Welcome to EJH British Cars. So it's time to start working on the dashboard. That the dash has a metal flat piece that holds all the gauges, and that gets wrapped in vinyl. And then there's a center dash section, which we're not going to work on today, but that'll come later, and that'll hold all the small gauges. And then it needs to bolt into the car, and there's some under braces, and also we need to put the heater up in there. So let's get started. So this is what the dashboard looks like to start with. This is upside down, by the way. And this piece is just kind of flopping around. And that's an overdrive switch. And this is kind of tan vinyl. And it's just vinyl on top. It doesn't seem to be any padding. It started out looking something like that. Now it looks like this. I've painted this with the same paint that I painted all the rest of the body, which you don't need to do. This is covered by vinyl, and the back side of this I don't think was ever even painted. But I wanted to put something on it, and it's like, might as well use, got extra paint, might as well use it. So it actually came out pretty nice. It's like the best panel in the whole car. There was no rust, there was no crash damage. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, so the next step is going to be to make this vinyl covering. And it's pretty straightforward. It does get stretched a bit here, as you can see how this is pocketed. So it gets stretched in there a bit, but it's pretty warm. That shouldn't be too bad. This will be the most difficult thing. This is where the steering column is. So this will need to be trimmed with an edge, and then I'll have to get a piece of cutoff and sew it on. And I'll need to put a mark on the back of the vinyl so I know where to stitch it. So that'll be, not that that's that hard, but it's fussy. And the rest will be pretty simple. I'm going to stretch it in. I'll have to do this center section first. I need to lay down in here, and I'm thinking if I glue it here and then stretch it over a bit. The good thing is that eventually this is where the small gauges go: gas, temperature, fuel, that kind of thing, oil pressure. So when that's in, that'll hold all this tight. So the big thing is going to be to get it stretched enough so that it don't get a bubble on either side. Anyway, that's the plan. I marked out the dashboard onto this vinyl, and then I gave myself about 1.5 inches extra over the big lip and about 1 inch over the little lip. And this is the cutout for the steering column, and this piece will need to get sewn in so it winds up like that. And that's the next thing to do, because it obviously can't sew it once it's glued onto the piece of metal. So next I get to go play seamstress. So I sewed my little flap in here. All right, now I've got this, these are clothesline pins, held onto the piece about where it wants to be, and I want to try to fold this down, and I want to clip it so that the edge of the steel, running out of hands here, is the right side of this seam right there. And if I get that clipped, what I'm thinking is I'll take some glue and put it here, and I'll stabilize this corner, and that's where I want to start from. So I'm going to go ahead and clip this in. I didn't think about too much, that I sewed these essentially together flat, which was actually stretching this piece a bit because I was having to unbend it. And that made, when I curved it inside, this is a little big on this side. Now, I expect that will shrink a little bit. I've got the outside stretched a little bit. But also, this is where the steering column goes. I don't think it's really going to matter that much. And I got it fairly tight right here just to keep this whole area tight. And then, so you can see, this is a lot flappier. I may have changed my mind here. Since I got this all nice and tight, I may unclip this again, put glue just on the inside edge of the metal and the back cloth side of the tab piece and then fold it back in starting from the top down, and that might help get rid of a little bit of that. And then once that's where it wants to be, I will probably do from here down and then maybe up to about here. This is where I got to start worrying about getting around these corners, this raised section. So I will probably do that independently. And I'll start by getting this bottom edge done in. Nice warm day too, so it's a good day to do it. So I'm going to get my glue ready, and I'll unclip that and get us ready to go. So I've coated that red area, and this the back side about 1/4 inches out, because this flap does go all the way around, and the flap, I didn't bother to do these edges because I'm going to cut those off, I think. And you just got to wait till this dries, so it shouldn't come off on your finger when you touch it. It might feel a little tacky, but it shouldn't come off on your finger. And then when it's like that, you press it together and you basically have one shot, unless you want to take it apart and start all over again and start having lumpy glue. So I gotta let that dry for a minute, and then we'll push it in place. A few minutes to dry. I'm gonna start at the center here. I want to make sure I really get the seam lined up exactly where I want it on the fold in the middle, and then we'll work our way out. So that's right. I'm just kind of working my way around to my right, clockwise. No particular reason then, other than that's what I'm comfortable doing. Got that all the way down, and it's stretched a little bit. You can just see the stitches pulling a little bit. That's all right. Yeah, see, this glue is holding those lumps down, so that's good. Alright, that's in place there. Now I'm going to flip it over. Yeah. And then I'll fold over all the way around the metal piece. And again, hopefully you can see that okay. We'll start from the middle, pull it tight, push it down over the edge. Trying to keep those lumps out of that middle seam. So that if you haven't pressed this home, there is a little bit of play in this stuff. You can move it on the glue. Good. I'll leave this clip in place. I'll take these other ones off, and then we'll do from about the midpoint of here over. I suppose the advantage of having drawn the picture of the dashboard on here, I'll know like the center of the speedometer where that's at, so I won't have to waste glue on there. But this cloth back fabric really soaks up the glue, by the way. It was interesting. I went to the hardware store to buy this. This is Weldwood, the original formula. So this is not latex glue. This is oil-based or petroleum-based or something, because it works, or at least in my experience, it has worked so much better for everything that I've used it for. And you can buy little bottles, but the interesting thing was they had this can, which is a quart, but they also had cans that were a pint, which is half of a quart. A little piece of wood right there. But they wanted $16 for a pint, $20 for the quart. So I bought a quart. I figure sooner or later I'm going to use it. I'm going to need more as we go on with the car. There's other things that are going to need to be glued in, like carpets up on the kick panels and stuff like that. And make sure we get the edges I also want to get the back side of the edges because we'll be wrapping this around just like the last one. That's amazing. This glue is almost dry and I haven't shut the camera off. But it's probably close to 90 degrees and we're into direct sunlight here. So holding tension longwise, and I'm pulling the vinyl in top and bottom with the other hand. Like I say, I haven't pressed this down yet. I'm sliding this tight just by pulling on it. I definitely want to stretch the corners out a little bit just so they fold tight over the edge. Cut some of this flap out of here. Just cutting it at 45 degrees from the corner to the seam around the bottom. Putting this over this other piece of vinyl, so I'm putting some glue on the vinyl. A little bit of glue on the, I don't think I glued the back here either, so we'll get that glued. I'm getting a puck right here because everything's coming towards itself, so below here I'm going to cut a V-notch. Remove some of this material. You always want to be a little bit, this cut is about 1/8 of an inch below that steel because I want to be able to wrap the edge a little bit. I don't think, not that I think anybody's going to be able to see that. If you were sitting here in the driver's seat, this is the dash, this is the engine. This piece comes up from underneath and fits behind the front of the top cowl. So this is all covered. So other than, you're not really visually going to see it, but you don't want a big lump in your vinyl there, otherwise it's not going to fit very well. There, so that looks pretty good. So you can see the little creases there, but that's all right. And this came out pretty well. So this is only glued to here. Next I'm going to glue this little section because I want to work on that separately. First, and then bringing the bottom in. I haven't been pushing it, so I've been able to, the stuff touches, but it doesn't stick permanently. Get some more of this top done here, so I've been stretching it in a bit, make sure there's no wrinkles. And all the way around. The center section is probably the hardest because of these contour changes. You can see when you stretch that, how that really wants to go there. You really need to stretch the inside of the corners nice and tight. And that's where this fold around and glue really helps because it holds so much better when it's around the angle like that. I'd age it to cut a little more off than to put a little bit back. That is for sure. Well, there's the first pass. I still need to work this in a little bit. Of course, that the instrument panel will be holding this in, so it's not so bad. This came out pretty good. And the only thing I forgot about is when I cut out that center, I forgot that this is going to stretch, and I'm just a little short right there, but I don't think that that's really that critical. But it looks pretty good. Like I say, I'll probably cut this bubble off, but these little bits like this is all covered by the bodywork, so they don't matter. So that's good. You just let that poke up, just trim it off. Look at that, it's almost invisible. So that's good. This is the first TR2 3 dashboard I've ever done. I've never done anything that had quite this much complex curves and pulling and stretching, but it went pretty well. The fact that it's a nice warm day, it's probably close to 90 in our direct sunlight here. So the good thing is the vinyl is really hot and it stretches, and the bad thing is I'm really hot and I sweat. And there's the look at the back. I'll probably tidy these up a little bit. This is where that step is. I'll put a notch there with the scissors. There's no glue right there. A couple of minutes work just to clean it up. Other than that, it looks good. I hope you enjoyed all that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and we'll see you next time.